A love letter to Lucio Fulci? Giddy up!
Love letters to Lucio Fulci, kick butt!
Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome to day 11 here on the 31 Days of Horror. I am your host Mood616, and thank you once again for stopping in, guys. Yeah, day 11 is here, and yet I've got another one here from Anchor Bay. This is a Canadian release, Anchor Bay Canada released this one. I think it's in partly released with Dark Sky Films. Of course, you can get that in US, courtesy of Dark Sky Films. This one right here is a brand new film from 2015, and when I first heard about this film, it didn't really intrigue me until I kind of read like a little blip on it, and it said that this film was kind of like a love letter to Lucio Fulci. Well, right there it captured my attention, and I knew I had to see this film because Lucio Fulci is of course my favorite director of all time, and only by coincidence am I actually wearing a Beyond shirt today. I had no intentions of reviewing this film today, I just picked it up after. Just totally by coincidence, so it was a match made in heaven, I guess. I don't know, but totally coincidence. But yeah, just reading that little blip and saying that the director's intentions was to do a love letter to Lucio Fulci's kind of ghost gore fest and stuff like that. I was sold. I had to see this one, and of course the film in question is We Are Still Here. Like I said, from 2015. This is the alternate Canadian artwork here. This actually does come with, the art that you probably recognize from the US Dark Sky Films release. It's actually in there. I just didn't turn it around because I kind of like this. It's kind of cool. But getting into the premise of this one, it basically follows your main characters, Paul and Anne, of course, played by Barbara Crampton and Andrew Sinling. They've just actually lost their teenage son due to a car crash, so they've moved from the big city into the outskirts of New England, into the countryside. It is of course wintertime and stuff, and they move into this like really old, almost abandoned house. No one's really lived in the house for 30 years and stuff like that, so it's kind of weird. And the house, of course, they learn real quick that it does have a history and it has a past and stuff. But anyways, they right after moving into the house, they start to feel like some weird energy and stuff that's coming from the house. And they can't really explain it. They kind of feel like maybe their son Scott, his spirit is in the house. It's maybe he's followed them to the house and stuff like that. So they want to figure out a little bit more with that. So they call up their friends, played by Larry Fedison, of course, the director Larry Fedison, and Lisa Marie. They're kind of hippies, and they're all into like seances, and they channel energy, and they're into psychic stuff. So they invite them out to there, to help them kind of figure out what's going on in the house and stuff like that. And of course, things start going haywire. Like the house just starts kind of acting up, and they start seeing things as things are going crazy. And of course, as this is going on, they find out more and more things. The townspeople are acting all really strange. They know something's seriously fucking wrong with the with this house and the town and stuff like that. And now it's basically a struggle, for them to survive against the house. They have to fight off the house, and they have to fight off the the townspeople too, to survive. So that is basically the premise of the film. Now my thoughts on this one. First off, we'll start with the setting of the film. I absolutely love films that are set in the wintertime. Like, I'm a really, really big fan of it. I know there's not a whole shitload of them. There's a lot of good ones. But I always found that filmmaking in the wintertime is really cool, because, well, pun intended, really cool. But I just love the look of wintertime films, that white glossy snow, and it just has a really beautiful look. I love the setting of it. They picked an old house, and it's fresh winter, and it just looks cold. It kind of adds to the whole kind of feel and atmosphere of the film, which they were really trying to do, because as we all know, Lucio Fulci films have a ton of atmosphere, and I think that they really captured that with the house, the winter setting and stuff, which is awesome. To the acting in the film, I thought was really solid. Barbara Crampton did an excellent job in this one. I think everybody actually in the film did a really good job. The creepy old man that kind of comes to their house and does a visit with them, and kind of tells them a little bit of history about the house and stuff like that. I think he does a great job. I'm not 100% sure what his name is. Monte Markham, I think that's what his name is. Not 100% sure. But I think everyone in the film did a fantastic job. And yeah, and that kind of really sells it too, because these type of films need solid acting, need solid characters to kind of sell the film a little more. And that brings me into the effects of the film. Now, of course, this is supposed to be a love letter, like I said, and this one gets fucking gory. Doesn't run very long, it's only just over 80 minutes, and it is kind of a slow build up, you know, of course with these ghostlies, you know, you always have that, you know, kind of slow atmospheric build up to the film. Well, the third act really does deliver in this one. It just gets real nasty and gory, kind of over the top gore, like Lucio Fulci films, and I was just very, very surprised to see how well the practical effects were in this film, and it sold me right away. I was like, this film is really enjoyable to watch. All practical effects. I did actually like the look of the ghost characters also. I really dug the look of them. I thought it was a very cool premise, and you know, I like the whole, I just like the whole third act, like the way it plays out. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But you know, my overall thoughts on this one, I thought the script was pretty well done. It's a very kind of basic story. It's not overly that original, but I do like these type of stories. You know, I'm not going to give anything. I'm not going to dig deeper into the actual story of it and stuff. You guys can watch this one for your own. It's not overly original, but it's effective. It is what it is. It's super effective, and it does work. So, but yeah, I really liked it because, again, it doesn't overstay its welcome, like I do say a lot. But the 80-minute runtime, it goes by quick, and it just feels like a good watch. It just feels like it kind of ends and you go, wow, yeah, that wasn't bad, you know? That's actually pretty good. So yeah, I you know, just a really good fun film. I thought the music was, you know, very effective in this. It's not aggressive. It's very kind of somber feeling, like a lot of the shots in the film, you know, with the atmospheric shots. It just has that kind of somber downbeat feel to it, which of course it should, because these are grieving parents. And I think the filmmaker, the director, Ted Georgian, so bad with names, captured that feel very, very well. You know, I give him mad props for doing that. So we are still here. Very creepy moments in this. I thought there were some really creepy moments. I watched this movie with my wife. Of course, she is a jumper when she watches, and there's a couple scenes where she did jump and stuff. So it always brings a smile to my face, even if the jump scares are kind of cheesy and stuff like that. But they're not really overly jumpy. It's just the way they happen. I think they were executed pretty well in this. So, but yeah, you know, with that said, overall, really enjoyed this one. If I had to rate this film, I'm going to give it probably about an 8 out of 10. I thought it was just fantastic, and you know, anything that's, you know, attributed to Lucio Fulci films, I'm always curious about. This one I do recommend. So if you're a fan of Italian films, especially Lucio Fulci films, I would say check this out, man. This is really good. You know, you like practical effects and gore, and you know, ghost films and stuff. This is effective, so we are still here. Yeah, give it a shot. Like I said, of course, that's the Anchor Bay release. I believe this one comes out, I want to say October 13th, which is a Tuesday in Canada here. I know this is already out in the States, I believe. I think it is anyways, so, but yeah, give it a shot. Awesome film. I will see you guys tomorrow in day 12. I believe that's all I wanted to say about the film. I feel like I just kind of ripped through it, but check you guys later tomorrow. Of course, I don't know what I'm going to review. Peace out, homies. Ted Georgian. Holy fuck, I suck at names. Andrew Sensing. What the fuck, man? I'm the worst.
I love Lucio Fulci.